Welcome to Glow Up with Nisi, where the glow up is more than skin deep. This season, we're owning our evolution from healing and habits to hustle and soft life. I'm your host, Nisi, and here we talk glowing different, leveling up with intention, faith, and just the right touch of luxury. So fix your crown, pour up something pretty, and let's step boldly into becoming her one episode at a time. The glow up affirmation for today is my glow is authentic and enough every day. Let's talk about overcoming certain beauty standards and having our own beauty standards. And the reason why I say this is because I feel like when we see certain celebrities or certain influencers, their beauty standards are off the roof. Like they have these high, luxurious, expensive beauty routines and products that they use, while there are people like us that we have to try to be a little bit more better with our money and pick and choose which beauty routine that we can do and pick and choose which beauty product we can afford, what products we could continue to afford, especially within this economy. I don't know about you guys, but the way how I feel today, as much as I talk about having a soft girl life, as much as I talk about being bougie, I'm still being on a budget and I'm still budgeting my money accordingly. When it comes to certain beauty standards, I just know it does not reflect me in terms of, yes, I could do this. Yes, I could do that. No, I definitely can't afford that. No, that's not in my budget. And that's something that I have to think about, and I have to understand that I can't watch what everybody's doing within their beauty routine and try to replicate that for my own. And I'm saying that to you guys as well. As much as we watch a lot of these influencers where their skin is flawless, as much as we watch these celebrities and their skin flawless, we could achieve those on a simpler budget, better budget. This entire episode for today, I'm super excited about this because I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into how I've been feeling lately within this whole beauty standards and my beauty standards. We are really going to get into being bougie or being bougie on a budget. Those are the actual two options we have, especially within this economy and with the way things are moving. So one of my favorite current beauty routine, apart from so many other routines we see out there with celebrities, with the red light therapy mask, the PDRM serum, which is salmon DNA, Botox, dermaplaning, chemical peels, and the list goes on. But do we really have to have a crazy beauty routine just to have great skin and to look good? I feel like this question is a yes or no type of answer. The reason why I feel like that, number one, yes, I believe that we have to develop certain beauty routines to really have flawless skin. And it's a trial and error, especially within that process, because you have to try out certain products. You may try out cheaper products. You may try out expensive products. You may go to the dermatologist. You may go to a medical spa. You may try out certain beauty things that work with your skin, but does not work with your skin. So it is a trial and error effect in there, where I do agree that you definitely have to test out what works with your skin before you could just dive head on. Going to the dermatologist has to be one of the best options. I will always recommend anybody, because I've been to the dermatologist and I don't go for Botox, I don't go for chemical peels. I usually go for eczema related or keloid related. Eczema related, it helped me to literally look and get products that help my skin, especially when my face or neck breaks out. I also went to an allergist to know what food I'm allergic to stay away from, so my eczema does not flare up and I do not break up. So that's kind of how I would entwine those beauty routines when it comes to going to a dermatologist, even going to allergists, even your primary care doctor, to try to dig down on what's really affecting your skin so you could try to improve on your skin. So the reason why I say no, because not every trend is for you and not every trend will work for you. Let me explain why I think like that. I saw a video on TikTok of this young lady that had keloid all over her face. And she had keloid because she was doing dermaplaning on her face and he cut herself. And if anybody with keloid skin knows, it's a new fear unlocked for me. With keloid skin, when you have a cut, sometimes your body or your skin is thinking to overheal, and that's when a lot of bumps appear. I have a lot of keloid bumps on my back. I even have it on my ears, and I had it surgically removed. But with learning that every trend is not for you, there are some trends that are going to work for you. That's why I say it's a trial and error. But if there's certain trends that you know you have a certain skin condition, you need to step away from it. I remember talking to a coworker and he's very big into skincare. When I mean this man's skin is flawless. Before we dive into the entire podcast, I just have to take a pause to talk to you guys about Phi2. Since we're talking about stepping into our best selves, let me put you on Phi2 glasses, which is FYTOO. They instantly level up your look while you're at work, brunch, or just on Zoom. Plus, you could get 15% off by using my code NICEYS, NIECEYYS. And also, if you want to get some prescription glasses without breaking the bank, definitely hit up Phi2. It's flawless. He's always jokes and said that he'd rather have his money to spend on his skin rather than his 401k. But when I say his skin is flawless, it's flawless. And he actually goes to an African woman dermatologist to do his skin. Skin is flawless. And I remember I was saying to him about, oh my gosh, I see a lot of things about chemical peels. He was like, yo, Shanice, you told me that you have keloid skin. I wouldn't recommend it. As soon as he said that, I was like, you know what? As somebody that has keloid skin, I try to keep up with the Joneses knowing that my skin does not like certain things. It's the same way how I wanted to follow a trend and get my second ears pierced, and I did and had 2 keloids pop up. Then went to a plastic surgeon in Miami only for him to butcher it. So now I have a half cut ear, but I'm still flawless and I'm still doing my thing. And yes, I have to wear clip-on earrings. And yes, it's uncomfortable. And yes, I could only wear it for a certain amount of times. And yes, that is a rant that I had to do because to this day, I kind of beat myself with that. But I had to understand that not every routine is for me. It's the same way how I want to help you guys. Not every routine is meant out for you. As much as we want to, as much as we see these influencers, it's not everything that works for us. The only thing that I could definitely say that I believe is going to be a huge investment is doing a red light therapy mask. And I am trying to search for a good one to have. I did buy a cheap one. This goes to be in bougie-on-a-budget at Ross, but it does not work. I wore it probably one time and it does not work. I have issues with turning it on, charging it, etc. And I can't expect a lot because it was less than $15. I'm not expecting a high class tool like how the dermatologist office or the medical spas use. But not every trend is meant for you. And as much as I think about it, when we're trying to be bougie, we have to understand if it's bougie on a budget or bougie like Kim Kardashian bougie. Because there's some things that maybe that she does that we could definitely do, like eat our fruits, eat vegetables, drink a lot of water, exercise, because those actually help with our skin and those are in fact with beauty. A lot of people don't know that, but fitness is with beauty. The reason why I correlate fitness with beauty is because when we look good and we feel good, that goes entwined with making sure our skin looks good, our hair looks good, our nails are done, our eyebrows are on point, our lashes are on point, our weight to how we feel when we put on our clothes are on point. And it goes back. That's why I say it's a yes and no when it comes to many of these beauty routines. Because yes, it's a trial and error. Yes, there are certain things that are going to work with you, but no, not everything is for you. That's such a crazy way to think about it, but it's in fact true. I do believe that when we see certain things, we automatically want to jump on every single trend. We automatically want to. And you know why? It's because we're seeing somebody else do it and we're seeing somebody else going through it. And we're saying to ourselves, I could do that. Sure, I could do that. Like, that's how we're thinking. We're thinking like, It's possible this is not going to affect me. This is going to have a great impact on me. This is going to be wonderful. Like, that's the way I think about it when it comes to trying to figure out different beauty routines and trying to battle between being luxurious and being bougie. Up to recently, I saw one of the TikTok influencers that I actually follow, and she was promoting this skincare called Medicube. And this is not sponsored. And I said, you know what? She actually influenced me. So I purchased Medicube, their face mask, their toner, and their serum. And I must say, I enjoy the products. But the only reason why I was hesitant on purchasing it because I have been using Gold Molecule products and they were a little bit more affordable for me. And of course, I use my CeraVe. I'm not gonna stop using my CeraVe facial wash when it comes to my double cleanse with the oil cleanse and the foam moisturizing. I'm going to always love CeraVe down. Even the makeup toner that they have, like the makeup remover toner, I'm going to love CeraVe down. That's not stopping because it actually is gentle on my skin, especially considering the fact that I have eczema and my skin gets very dry. So I'm going to continue with those cleansers and their facial morning and nighttime moisturizing lotion. But with other serums, I like to give other serums a shot. And Gold Molecules has been affordable for me in that sense. Medicube is just a little bit, probably like $10, $11 more than what I would normally get with Gold Molecules. I remember my mom always told me that when there are products that work with your skin, there are products that you buy that work with you and they're a little bit more money, you should work on being able to upkeep that because it works with you. Sometimes cheapness could cost you more money. And my mother always told me one thing not to play with is with your skin. When you find products that work well, always being able to afford and maintain that. Spend that money. And I do agree that there's some things that we just cannot be bougie on a budget with. We have to spend that extra money. And in an instance like that, that's something that I always remembered. And considering that Medicube has been doing well on my skin, I feel like I'm going to start leaning towards Medicube. And yes, I'll have my Gold Molecules here and there because I still have some products from them. But Medicube has been something that's been helping my skin. And I love how it leaves my skin feeling. And I don't have an issue with working on a trial and error, as I said before, on products that work with me, what doesn't work with me. But that's something that I definitely believe that works with me that I'm going to continue to purchase on because I want to look good. And with when it comes to beauty standards, I believe we have to set our own beauty standards and live by them and go off of them. And that's the only way that we're always going to be happy within ourselves. You want to know what's my beauty routine that's budgeted? I rely heavily on my HSA. If you have a corporate job, HSA, which is your health savings account, which they take money out of your paycheck every week or bi-weekly whenever you get paid, and it goes into that fund. So I set a certain amount of money that I want to be put into my HSA account, and they take out here and there out of my paycheck. HSA has been helpful. I buy my feminine care products. A lot of people use HSA to buy many different things. I've seen one person use it to buy their Oura ring, their Hatch sound. It's something that I would definitely agree to get. You could also use it to pay for doctor appointments, your medications, etc. But when it comes to your beauty products, I would definitely recommend getting an HSA, or you could actually create your own HSA account. And what I mean by that is open a high yield savings account. I have mine with Chase. This is not sponsored. And you put a little bit of money in it bi-weekly so it can accumulate with the high yield savings interest, and you can actually use that for your beauty. Create your own beauty account. But that's what I do to be able to afford many of my products. And trust me, as much as I say these are products that are bougie on a budget, when you try to buy them all at once, especially when they run out all at once, that money is expensive. When I mean expensive, expensive. Like literally, I calculated how much my nighttime skincare routine is, and it was over $100. And the reason why is because I don't believe I bought every product at the same time, but just thinking about if I had to, that's $100 alone. That's insane. I also, as I said before, think of beauty routine as fitness. So I have a lot of my fitness equipment at home and I work out at home. I have no problem working out at home. I have given up the gym life for about over a year now and I feel great. Literally, every time I went to the gym, I was always sick. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was always sick. These people at the gym are nasty. I was always sick, and when I get sick, you leave. You can't go to the gym for like a week. You go back in the gym, you feel good. Next month, I'm sick again. Literally, this has been the first time in like over a year and a half that I actually got sick. I bought a walking pad. I got my Pilates reformer board, like the little board I got from Aldi for under $40. I have a bicycle that I need to pick up back bicycle, and I've been slacking on that. I have my weights. I have my Pilates yoga stuff. I have a lot of things at home to help me to work out, so I have no excuse. Since of lately, I have been lazy, but for the past 2 weeks, I have been trying to at least work out 3 to 4 times a week. So I'm not too hard on myself, but I have been lazy. But that's beauty. And I worked on getting those products because me using that money to buy something for $40 will last me more than paying for a gym membership, where there are times that I don't feel like going to work out or I'm sick and I just don't use it. And sometimes I just don't want like to be around a lot of people. I want to work out in the comfort of my home. I want to blast music. I want to be able to run to the restroom. If I had to run to the restroom, can you imagine doing that in the gym? Oh my gosh. You would lose your equipment in a heartbeat. You know how many times at the gym I was at the gym and I'm on the Stairmaster and I have to be pee and I have to say, yo, I have 10 minutes left. I sacrificed my bladder for those last 10 minutes to finish so I could go use it. Like, that's the way I think about it. And it may be TMI, but you guys that go to the gym have to understand exactly what I'm saying. My future goal, and I'm saying it from my mouth to God ears, is I want to buy a house that I could have an at-home gym section. Like, I want those 3-car garage where there's 2-car garage one part and there's a 1-car garage in the second part. Because that 1-car garage, I'm turning that into my gym. I'm doing a Stairmaster. I'm doing my bench press. I'm turning that. I'm having my squat machine. Of course, I'm going to keep my walking pad, my Pilates board. But that's my at-home gym already. I have that in mind. I have the vision. I'm just working on achieving that goal. But I went over topic. Another thing that's a part of my beauty routine is eating healthy and drinking water. Now, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I'm a girl that loves sweets, and it's something that I'm working on. I actually just created a high protein, low sugar pudding, like a snack that is actually filling, that doesn't make me feel puffy and it doesn't make me feel bad for eating sweets. But I'm literally trying to stop to not go back to old habits because I saw how my face was chunky before and I do not want to get back there. But when it comes to beauty routine, I count eating because eating is what's going to help you to look good and to feel good. And those are all good things that are start of a good beauty routine. You want to have rest because rest is very important. Drink a lot of water, eat your fruits and veggies, and you are going to be that. Literally, those are stuff that will help you get through. Me, I love water. I drink water a lot. I have been eating more fruits in terms of I buy grapes now. I have my strawberries, I have my raspberries, I have berries and bananas. Unfortunately, there are other fruits that I cannot eat due to allergies, and oranges make me have bad acid reflux. So I have to be so when it comes to fruits. But veggies, there are some veggies that I always love. Like, I love green beans, I love spinach, I love broccoli, I love cauliflower, I love sweet potatoes, I love potato. Like, oh, those are carbs. But you guys get what I'm kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. Like, it's good to have your fruits and veggies, and even if you try to do one a day, it's better than none. And what I mean by that is, even if you have a banana starting out, even if you have a side of grapes starting out, even if you have some vegetables starting out, it's just something that helps you to keep going. Rest is something that I need to work on. I'm actually learning how to rest more and to not put too much pressure on myself and to just feel more at ease and feel like that girl. Like, I'm so stressed. Like, I feel like I'm so stressed. And literally, I won't lie to you, when you are having your own beauty standard, you are creating your own vision of how you want to view yourself, portray yourself, the things that you will do. That can be stressful. And that's why rest is very important. Because when we are stressed out, we tend to overeat or undereat. We tend to go to other things like drinking, smoking, just to relieve our stress. We tend to just feel irritated. Our skin breaks out. We don't look good. We don't feel good. Rest is very important. And that's a huge beauty standard that I feel that needs to be discussed more. We have to rest. So we have to drink water. Please drink water. I feel like a lot of people don't understand. When everybody used to ask me, why do I have like clear skin? Yeah, I have my blemishes here or there because I said I drink water and mind my business. But we're going to head on. So how do I prioritize beauty and self-care on a budget? So I feel like this is what I discussed before, but I definitely want to know, like, watching so much influencers and celebrities, I pray for the day that I could afford their budget. I want to be able to get massages done regularly. I have not had a massage. The access to have the money to get massages done like every probably 4 to 6 weeks is luxury to me. Going to medical spas to do those face masks or those hair scalp therapies is something that I would love to invest my money in to do that. I want to be able to frequently get my hair done, but now that I'm an at-home hairstylist, I only get my hair done when I'm going on vacation or for other events, but I try to find ways to make my money stretch. With this economy, I have learned it is better to work on things that are affordable to me and understand the importance of what I can afford. I can't follow these influencers and live like them. Some stuff to them are given, meaning they're gifted collaborations, or they literally just have the money to do that. I had to understand that deep down, I can't live like them. I can't keep up with the Joneses. I have to learn to live within my means. And it's something that I do struggle with. What I've learned to do is I do many of my beauty routines at home. I only pay to get my nails done, which is 4 to 5 times a week, and I get a wax done every month because I am going to do wax. Well, I get a bikini sugar in, but that's something that I is a must to me, and it's a non-negotiable. But what I do is I do my underarm wax at home. I learn how to do it. I use Hydro Silk. This is not sponsored, and it's super easy for me, and it's something that I just pick up back. I don't know why I stopped doing it. I just picked this back up. I learned how to do my hair myself. I could do a quick weave myself. I could literally do a sew-in myself, but I struggle because that is so exhausting. I could literally do crochet myself, like crochet hair myself. I could do ponytails if I want to. And lastly, I could also put on lace closure wigs. I'm working on lace frontals, but I learned how to be an at-home hairstylist until I'm able to be in a financial position that I could actually spend money regularly. But I believe that since I could do it at home, I would probably continue doing that and only doing certain hairstyles when there's certain occasions or certain events and vacations I'm going on. One thing that I was always taught is find ways to always look presentable while being on a budget. Even when I'm short on cash, my mother always told me, never look how you feel. And as much as I could find a piece of tracks in my hair bin, or use my headband wig, or throw on my lace frontal wig, my hair will still be done and I will still look presentable, and your girl will still be and always be that girl. And that's always been my motto. How would I avoid comparison while still enjoying the glam side of growing up? I am human and I'm just a girl, but I do compare myself to others. And I don't do it purposely. It's just sometimes how I feel. I think of it as I say, oh my gosh, like her skin is flawless. Why cannot my skin be flawless? Oh my gosh, she has long, thick hair. Why is my hair not long and thick? I think about stuff like that all the time while I'm still working on trying to have flawless skin. I'm trying to find ways to thicken and to get my hair to grow. Those are thoughts that I have, like, oh my gosh, why is it that when I just have one slice of cake and I've gained 50 pounds, as opposed to other people could have 10 slices of cake and they probably gain 1 pound. I feel like I'm still human and I have those emotions, but I also had to understand I don't know what that individual went through to reach the goal that they're reaching in their life, to enjoy certain things like their status and the level they are at. The reason why I say that is because I don't know if that woman made so much different oil recipes to get her hair to be thick and long. I don't know if she had to go to so much dermatologist to pay money to have great skin. I don't know if that person worked out or probably used to be so skinny and now that they're gaining a little bit of weight, they feel comfortable at their weight. I don't know what another person has went through to get where they are. The same way how I wouldn't want another person to watch me at the level that I am at and wondering why. And the reason why I say that is because imagine if somebody saw me and they see me losing a lot of weight and they're probably wondering why she's losing lots of weight and they don't know that I'm probably stressed. And I'm just throwing that out there. Or if somebody says, oh my gosh, like you are always switching up your hairstyles and doing your hair at home. And they don't know that I had to learn how to do my hair because I used to go to so much hairstylists down here in Florida that I developed traction alopecia from different hairstylists that I'm ashamed to put my hair in ponytails because I have thinning edges, or I'm afraid to have other hairstylists do my hair because I don't want to be talked down or laughed at for my hair condition. That's the way how I think about it, that I had to understand that comparison is a thief of joy. And no matter what another person has, I'm always going to be me, and I have to appreciate what I have in this process. And with me still glowing up and me creating my own beauty standards, that's what's helping me to be more practical and to look at things and look at myself as a person and say, you are that girl, you are creating your own beauty standard, you are your beauty standard, and you cannot watch everybody because jealousy is not cute. And the last thing you want to be is a jealous person, a jealous friend, a jealous family member, a jealous person overall. Because jealousy is not cute. Nobody wants to be around a jealous person. Nobody wants to associate themselves with a jealous person. Nobody wants that around them. And once I had that in the back of my head, I knew that I cannot begrudging other people when I'm enjoying my glow up journey process and I'm enjoying this process for myself. I do things that work with me. I stick to those things. I don't switch up and X, Y, and Z and I don't do all of that because I know my skin. Keloid skin, I know that. I know I have to be very careful when I eat certain food because if I do, I will gain back weight that I lost. I know that it's okay that I learn how to do my own hairstyles, but I also learn hairstyles that work with me and hairstyles that does not work with me. It's all the process of trying to avoid comparing myself to others, still loving myself, and still basing my own beauty standard off of myself. And it's not being selfish. It's not, oh my gosh, you're an only child, so of course you think selfishly. It's basically saying that I have to do that to help me to remember not to neglect myself. Because a lot of people don't know. When you continue to compare yourself to others, you are neglecting yourself because you are you are losing a battle. You are losing a battle. Because if you continue comparing yourself to somebody, everything that that person is doing that you're not achieving, that's eating you alive. That's killing you slowly. That's why I try not to compare myself. There are things that I'll see like, damn, I wish, and then I have to snap myself out of it. As soon as I have that thought, or as soon as I say that out loud, I said to myself, no, like I can't have that thought. I'm human, I understand that, but that emotion has to go, that thought process has to go because that's unfair. to that person that struggled to get to where they are, for me to be out on the outside comparing myself to them. And that's how I have to think about it when it comes to my beauty standard. The only reason why I say that I do wish I had the certain money like some influencers is because I do want to be able to have that massage. I want to be able to go do face mask and hair scalp therapy, those stuff. But I feel like that's more me looking at it as their motivation for me to be able to achieve those things one day. If you get what I'm saying. Like, those are motivation. It's motivation for me to save my money or for me to make extra money to be able to do those massages regularly, for me to do those face masks regularly, those hair scalp treatments regularly. That's the way I think about it. There's a difference between using things as motivation to help you within your glow up journey process as opposed to just being jealous and bad mind for somebody else. That's is just two different things. And I think once I understood that 100% as I got older, that's how I knew how to snap out of it and say, okay, use this as motivation. This person has flawless skin. I'm going to use it as motivation to work on products so I can have flawless skin. This person has long, luscious hair, luscious, thick hair. I'm going to find products that work with my hair to develop that. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's all about motivation. Once that bad mind energy gone, that jealousy is gone, you have that motivation to be unstoppable because you are creating your own beauty standards, but you're looking at others and the things that they're doing as motivation for you to make the extra money to get to the level that you want to get with that level and status. And lastly, we are going to discuss beauty without pressure and what does that look like to me. So I'll be honest with you, as a dark-skinned black woman, I really wish beauty standards for me, particularly, I just wish they weren't so high. And you're probably wondering, what are you saying that? Why do you... Anybody that's in a position of how I feel will understand what I'm saying. If you are an exception, you are an exception. But if you understand exactly what I'm saying, you understand. Because I've noticed that when certain individuals carry them way, the same way as how a dark-skinned black person as myself would carry, I would get looked at as ghetto and another person would get looked at as exotic. And I don't go into all that race, ethnicity. I'm not going into that. I'm just speaking from what I see and experience. I honestly feel like I'm always pressured to perform by always making sure I always look put together. It could be making sure my hair is done, my nails are done, my clothes look good, like pressing my clothes, making sure the clothes fit me and complement my body. I feel like I'm always pressured and I'm always performing, and I hate that feeling of having to continuous perform, especially when you are in corporate America and you look the way that I look. I always feel beautiful in my own skin. I always look up to other gorgeous dark-skinned black women. I learn not to let how others feel about me pressure me, and I just learn to love me. And that's how I'm learning to not always feel like I'm pressured to perform or to look a certain way. I'm learning how to love myself, and I'm learning how to say if that's how they feel like they have to portray me, that's them, but I know me, and that's the only thing I can be. When it comes to beauty standards for me, I'm setting them how I want it to be set. I always feel like I have to look presentable because that's just how I was raised. I take pride in my hair. I take pride in my skin. I take pride in my nails, and I take pride in my clothing. But in this new chapter and journey of my life, nothing about me is low standard. Nothing about me is a low self-esteem. Nothing about me, you can't tell me my beauty standard that I created for myself is not top notch. And I feel like once you have that mindset as well, to stop comparing yourself and use things as motivation and create your own beauty standard, you are going to be unstoppable as well. You are going to conquer the world. You are going to be that girl. You are going to be so, like, nobody's going to be able to take down your crown. Nobody. And once you sit down and actually learn that, you are going to be the best version of yourself. Thanks for tuning into Glow Up with Nisi. If today's episode spoke to you, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a glow up bestie. Want more behind the scenes and real life glow up content? Come hang with me on YouTube at Nisi's World. And if you haven't already, grab a copy of my book, Nisi's Glow Up Blueprint. It's your guide to becoming your best self. You can find it linked right here in the show notes. Until next time, keep glowing, keep growing, and never stop becoming her.